Hey YouTube, this is Quentin. I'm back with a review of the HTC One card kit, card dock, card kit, whatever you want to call it, the 2014 edition for the M8. So here's the dock. Basically, it's almost identical to last year's dock, but there are differences as far as, the shape of it, because it has to accommodate and fit the M8. As you can see, it has the base where you rotate it, and it operates the suction cup to connect to your dash or window, whichever you choose to use. And I'll show you that when you see how it looks out in my car. It has a nice metal rod that holds the actual dock, and then the dock itself, and then the area with where your USB connection plugs into. Here's a look at last year's dock for the M7, and as you can see, they're almost identical. You can tell they're kind of shaped a little differently. This dock is a little fatter right here, has a little fatter bezel, and it's actually, it is different because it has to accommodate, like I said before, to fit the HTC One M8 version. So, but they're basically identical docks as far as the construction, the base, how it operates, where the USB cable locks into it. Pretty much identical docks. And just like the dock probably for the HTC One Max and the Mini, they have their own card docks, and they have a size, or they're constructed to fit that particular phone. It also comes with a USB charging connection for your 12-volt adapter in your car, and a USB cable right here. Here's the USB cable. And this cable, it has these little clips, just like last year's dock, where it just snaps in the end, like so, and then you can slide your HTC One M8 into it. So, just like last year, I'll go to my car and hook it in and give you an idea how it looks in the car. Alright, I'm back in my car, and I hope you can see this well. Kind of get my camera positioned, but I got my my little pad hooked to my dash, because that's where I prefer to put it. And this is not the one that came with it, but I have several docks, and so I just used one of the ones from another dock that I had. But anyway, it uses 3M tape, and you can alcohol it and stick the pad here, or you can stick it to your window shield. So just like last year, you put the dock in, give it a little pressure, and kind of rotate it, and that locks it in really securely. And then you can maneuver it how you need. Let's get that straight for you. Try to get it straight. May not be too straight because my camera may be kind of crooked. Hopefully, oh, it looks maybe not too bad. Okay, to plug in my my power. In this dock, you don't need power for it to launch the Car Home application. But basically, and of course you got to take your case off. I know there's going to be questions about if this dock can be used with a case, and it cannot. So you have to take it off every time you use it. So some people might not like that. I don't mind it. I use a little TPU case. It comes off pretty easy. But just slide it in like so, give it a little pressure, and it will launch the Car Home application. And actually, as you can see, it didn't launch, because sometimes it doesn't launch. It's kind of weird. Sometimes you have to unlock it, and then it'll rotate, but it's still, you can see Car Home up in the notification area, but it hasn't launched the application. So this dock, it's not a perfect dock. It doesn't work, well all the time. Now it launched the application. So with the application, it's just like last year in that, it has the default apps, but you can add apps by holding it and dragging it up and removing it. If you want to add some more, you can just push the plus sign and pick which apps you'd like to add. Give it time to search the apps, and then you just press the app just like you would do pretty much on your home screen. And it's pretty nice. I have Car Home Ultra because that's what I like to use. So it's pretty much the same as last year. One thing I really don't like about it is, like you've seen before, it doesn't launch correctly all the time. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And then another thing is, it times out. Even if you have power on the car, it'll time out. Right now, it's charging. I have on my power, but as you can see, it was just about to time out until I plugged it in, and then still gonna time out even with the power off. So that's a negative. I don't know why it does that. Maybe, like I said, I may have a defective dock, but the reason why I can tolerate it is because I have the Car Home application that I use, Car Home Ultra. It automatically launches Car Home or my Car Home app with when my Bluetooth detects in my car detects the signal. So that's pretty cool. You know, it takes it, it launches it automatically, and it works. For me, it works. But I mean, like I said, if you don't have a Car Home application, if you want to use this one, I don't really know how you can use it because it times out. So I don't know what that is. It may be a software issue with Mitsubishi, or not Mitsubishi, excuse me, HTC, or I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I would guess. It's a software issue but it will time out. Even if you have it plugged in, it'll time out. Even if you use a default cable. I mean, no, not cable. Excuse me, the default 12-volt connector. The connector I use is this connector. It has a dual connector. It's made by PowerGen, and I thought it was because I was using this connector is the reason why it kept timing out. But even if you use the default HTC one, it still times out. Overall, it's a very, very nice dock, but like I said, it's got some issues. It doesn't start all the time. It starts 90% of the time. It's not like the Moto X dock, which really had a hard time with getting it to start. A lot. But this one, it starts most of the time, and then, but like I said, it times out. Even if you're powered, it times out, and it doesn't stay on. So I don't know what the deal is with that. So it's not gonna work like you want it to. I mean, but unless they have a software update or something that'll fix it. But like I said, I don't mind it because I use a Car Home program that, it launches it, and I can just automatically use it as soon as I start my car up, and that's the program I want to use anyway. So, I mean, it doesn't really hurt me, and I like the dock. It's a solid dock. It sits low. It looks nice on your dash or your window. Like some docks sit kind of high and wobbly. This one's sturdy. When you're driving, it doesn't vibrate a lot. So it's a nice dock overall, other than the things that I mentioned. And it's kind of expensive. It's like, I think I paid, I'm almost $80 for it, $79.99 or something like that. I would recommend it if you don't mind some of the things I mentioned, or if you have a program that you like to use. If you have Bluetooth in your car, you can use that. It doesn't have an opening for your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, so you can't really use that either. So that may be another negative. And hopefully, maybe in the future, HTC will add some of these things that people want, because I know a lot of people want that, to have that so they can connect to their sound system. Because not all cars, everybody doesn't have a car with Bluetooth. So anyway, it's a nice dock. I'd recommend it. It's not for everybody. I like it because I hope you found this video informational. It's not really a whole lot to tell about this dock. Pretty much just like last year. Oh, one thing I guess I should cover is how it goes in. It does go in better than last year's. Last year's model was a little loose. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It's probably about the same. I'm thinking of the one I did a review a couple of years ago on the HTC One X dock, and it was really tight. It actually goes in pretty well, and it launched. You see it launch just then. So most of the time it does launch, but like I said, it doesn't stay on. I don't know what that is, and hopefully it's with the update they can fix that. Anyway, that's just a review of the HTC One 2014 edition car dock for the M8. I would recommend it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informational for you. Thank you for watching my video, and have a nice day.